Good morning, friends, families, and guests. We have come together today to acknowledge student achievement and success by celebrating the wonderful milestone of high school graduation. As a school of choice in APS, eCADEMY is able to meet the needs of a wide variety of students from all over the city and in the surrounding communities of different ages and backgrounds within our full-time high school blend ed program and at our at-home independent learning program. Many of the students that come to our school have had life challenges and struggles. They have had to overcome, and they've had to make it here to get to their special day. We are proud to say our graduates will be moving forward towards a positive future and have been admitted to a post-secondary school, the military, or a promising career. Please stand now and help me welcome eCADEMY High School's graduating class of 2022. At this time, I would like you all to remain standing for the playing of our national anthem. Gentlemen, please remove your caps. Thank you. You may all be seated. It is my pleasure to introduce to you our special guests, administrators, teachers, and student leaders. On the stage, Mr. Jean Saavedra, Associate Superintendent of Leadership and Learning, Zone 1. Ms. Barbara Peterson, APS Board of Education from District 4. Ms. Erin Easley, Principal of eCADEMY. Ms. Rebecca Florience, Assistant Principal of eCADEMY. Mr. Ron Worley, Assistant Principal of eCADEMY. Ms. Desiree Hoagland, Valedictorian for the class of 2022. Ms. Reese Baca, Salutatorian for the class of 2022. Ms. Angelique Salazar, Student Council President. And with our graduates, we have Mr. Wes Hurley and Ms. Jacqueline Terrell, Deans of eCADEMY. Ms. Laura Berlin and Mr. Damian Valencia Elibarrio for eCADEMY's Deans of Students. Or Deans of Students, independent coordinators. Our eCADEMY teachers from the East Campus, Ms. Jen Martin, Ms. Jordan Orlovsky, Mr. Kyle Sleater, and Ms. Ashley Leatherman. Our teachers from the West Campus, Ms. Dawn Carmody, Mr. Shiloh Carroll, Mr. Patrick Lons, and Ms. Rebecca Wallace. Ms. Andrea Arianes, Ms. Lynn Ramsey, and Mr. Mike Riley, eCADEMY counselors. Head Special Ed teacher, Mr. Enrico Marcelli. Special Education coordinators, Mr. Anthony Ansatique and Mr. Stephen Ramirez. Lastly, myself, Catherine Casaus, Activities Director. At this time, please join me in welcoming to the microphone eCADEMY High School's Class of 2022 Valedictorian, Desiree Hoagland.
Greetings, family, friends, staff, and class of 2022. We finally made it. This day has been years in the making. Some of us questioned if we would actually make it. And even now, as we are here, it doesn't feel real. But it is. We did it. We made it through everything. 12 grades, more than 12 classes, the boring classes, the difficult ones, breakups, ruined friendships, COVID, senioritis, and so much more. We have learned so many things, I don't have time to list them all. But there is one thing I have learned on this journey I think is most important I share. It is that we learn from mistakes. We learn from our own mistakes, but it is more important to learn from mistakes of others. In doing so, hopefully we won't have to repeat their mistakes ourselves. With that lesson in mind, I collected advice for all of us graduates. It comes from other people's experiences and their adventures beyond graduation. My hope is that we all take their advice so we can avoid making the same mistakes, but rather make our own unique ones. Dr. Seuss tells us that we shouldn't cry because it's over. We should smile because it happened. Twilight tells us that this is the time to make mistakes because nothing is permanent. Legally Blonde tells us that we must always have faith in each other, but more importantly, we must always have faith in ourselves. Finding Nemo tells us that when life is hard or gets us down, all we have to do is just keep swimming. And Walt Disney tells us that all of our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. Now, as good as that advice is, I also got advice from some current college students, the people who sat in these chairs a few years ago feeling as we do right now. I asked them what advice they would give to their younger selves if they could go back in time. Here are a few of their answers. 1, enjoy the time you have right now because it goes by so fast. 2, it's okay not to know. 3, you don't have to take the traditional path. Choose the path that's right for you. 4, put yourself first. Don't lose yourself, don't forget who you are, and don't let other people's opinions control you. 5, try to connect with as many people as you can. Just make friends. 6, don't completely divorce yourself from everyone you knew in high school. You'll appreciate some of those relationships later. And 7, don't give up on the things that are important to you. Class of 2022, we did it. We have made mistakes and learned so many things, yet we still have so much more to learn. I'm excited to see where everyone goes, but for now, let's just smile and enjoy this moment. Congratulations.
Thank you, Desiree. eCADEMY's class of 2022, with a total of 238 graduates, 158 of which are with us today, will receive nearly $1 million in scholarships and grants while pursuing higher education at various post-secondary schools. We would like to acknowledge our graduates who have chosen to serve our country in the military. Please stand. They're absent. Thank you. Congratulations to all of our graduates. We wish you success with your future and the coming years. It is a great honor to present to you our very own principal, Mrs. Erin Easley.
Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Saavedra, Ms. Peterson, family members, guests, staff, and most importantly, eCADEMY High School graduates. I only want you guys to remember 3 words when you leave here today, and it's going to sound odd at first when I tell you them, but bear with me. I promise it will all make sense. Be a Sybil. Years ago, when I was teaching senior English, these were the last 3 words that I would send my students out the door with. Be a Sybil. This came after a unit on existential literature. A little heavy, you might ask? Well, yes, but intentional. For those of you not familiar with the term existentialism, it is, in short, a thought process that explores human existence and our purpose in life. I wanted to let authors and poets express for students what they might be feeling and thinking, but which they might not be able to express themselves. One short story we read was called A Perfect Day for Banana Fish by J.D. Salinger, published in 1948. There are 3 characters in this story, but little Sybil is the one I'm telling you to leave here as today. The 2 other characters, Muriel and Seymour, are a young married couple on vacation at the same Florida beachfront hotel as Sybil and her family. Muriel can best be described as a narcissistic fashionista, and though she's of the World War II era, I could liken her to any modern-day TV star concerned only with her looks and how she's viewed by everyone else. Her husband, Seymour, is a World War II veteran, just back from the war, and suffering from this tragic experience. Though kind, intelligent, and well-meaning, the effects of war have left him saddened to an irreconcilable point. Seymour befriends Sybil on the beach, and through this friendship and an observation of Muriel's life, we're led to a poignant view of existentialism. Sybil is your typical 4-year-old, uninhibited, curious, jealous, and creative. She struts and hops around with her belly protruding, her hair in pigtails, and her eyes constantly looking for treasures. She encounters Seymour on the beach, and after having gotten to know him around the resort, proceeds to barrage him with a constant string of comments and questions. Her daddy's coming on an airplane. Has he read the book with the tigers? Does he like to eat olives? After this discussion of all the important things in life, Seymour takes her out into the water on a blow-up floaty to explore and search for banana fish, a fictional creature they've imagined that finds bananas in the water and eats so many that it can't get out of its hole if it doesn't give up the bananas. As the waves rise and fall, Sybil and Seymour are pulled under a wave. Sybil comes up, wiping the hair from her eyes to report that she did indeed just see a banana fish with 6 bananas in its mouth. Her excitement in this matter is palpable and heartwarming. After their time playing in the water, Seymour takes Sybil back to the beach and she says goodbye with the nonchalance only a 4-year-old can exhibit and promptly runs with wild abandon back to her mother. eCADEMY graduates, how many of you would see a banana fish when pulled underwater in the chaos of life? You have a bright, new, and perhaps scary world you'll be facing in the next few months. You also have an endless number of things to think, worry, and dream about as a new chapter peeks at you from around the corner. Will you be a Sybil and look for banana fish? Will you see the world through the eyes of a 4-year-old with excitement over the small things and endless entertainment of the big, beautiful world around you? Will you stick out your little belly in front of you and march wide-eyed and curious? Graduates, be a Sybil today as you are admired for your accomplishments. Be a Sybil and see your community as a place full of opportunity to better the lives of those around you. And be a Sybil with each person you meet and respect them for who they are and what you can learn from them. Be a Sybil and simply never lose your sense of wonder, humility, and gratitude. Amazing graduates of eCADEMY High School, be a Sybil, and congratulations. Seniors, it has been a distinct privilege and honor to be your principal this year, especially as you are the largest graduating class from eCADEMY High School yet. Thank you. And now for the moment you've all really been waiting for. Mr. Saavedra and Ms. Peterson, will you please join me on stage? Graduates, please stand. It is my honor and pleasure to present eCADEMY's graduating class of 2022. This class has met all the requirements for graduation set forth by the New Mexico Public Education Department and the Albuquerque Public Schools Board of Education. They are fully certified for graduation. Please accept the class of 2022.
Graduates, you've persevered through 2 years that no one had a roadmap for, and you have succeeded. You've succeeded for yourselves, for your families, for your communities, and we know better things are yet to come. So on behalf of the Albuquerque Public Schools Board of Education, I accept the 2022 graduating class from eCADEMY. Congratulations.
Graduates, you may be seated. It is the request of eCADEMY's administration that we honor and recognize each graduate. Most of you are here today to celebrate the accomplishments of one graduate special to you. Please allow those around you to celebrate their special graduate. Kindly be reminded to refrain from excessive cheering and the use of noisemakers so each graduate's name may be heard and honored by family. We would like to first honor our stage graduates. Desiree Hoagland, valedictorian for the class of 2022. Reese Baca, salutatorian for the class of 2022. Angelique Salazar, Student Council President.
Thomas Amador. Grace Amy. Simone Andazola. Anthony Archuleta. Jason Archuleta. Isabella Artis. Christopher Argoyes. Marcos Arizmendiz. Eva Armijo. Camille Barazza. Collier Begay. Tyreek Bitsu. Mackenzie Boyd. Mackenzie Britchford. Isabella Burdett. Macy Burns. Jairo Calderon Torres. Maria Castillo Gonzalez. Christopher Colley. Evelina Chacon.
Daniel Chavez. Joel Chavez. Daniel Chisholm. Lauren Cholet. Matthew Corbin. Jasmine Cordova. Dominic Coriz. Cassandra Corlu. Jacqueline Corral. Yasmin Davis. Milo D. Amustagi. Jasmine De La O. Russell Deaton. Melanie Delgado Guevara. Ashanti Delgado Ramos. Eva Angelina Dinsmore. Jordan Dominguez. Stephanie Dominguez. Anthony Duarte. Mira Ebirda.
Mariah Elfie. Natasha Edives. Hezekiah Everidge. Xavier Figueroa. Anthony Filmer Brown. Casey Finley. Elizabeth Fredrickson. Anthony Garcia. Enrique Garcia. Yasmin Garcia. Lucy Garza. Misha Gomez. Isabella Gomez. Aubrey Gonzalez. Delilah Gonzalez. Jasmine Goodridge. Paulina Grimaldo. Miles Groves.
Ariana Gurung. Camille Gutierrez. Molly Hall. Connor Hardy. Frida Hernandez. Lisbeth Huizar Ortega. Delaney James. Richard Jaramillo Baca. William Johnson. Genevieve Jones. Andy Juarez. Toriana Keith Pies. Alyssa Knipe. Naomi Lau. Nicole Larabus. Zoe Lawrence. Alondra Leal. Logan Leftwich. Alicia Leon. Claudia Levis.
Alyssa Lozado. Zion Lopez Simpson. Zach Lucero. Rocco Lunneborg. Alyssa Marquez. Ezekiel Martinez. Trinity Matthews. Autumn Mays. Kayla McCarty. Maya McKellar. Madison McVeigh. Julianne Medina. Jacob Mercer. Courtney Mink. Lorena Moreno. Kenzie Morris. Jeremy Moyo. Jordan Nelson.
Francisco Nieto. Michael Nieto. Carlos Ochoa. Alicia Olson. Richard Ortega Montoya. Faith Ortiz. Haley Osborne. Kennedy Owens. Layla Pacheco. Christian Padilla. Michaela Padilla. Raul Pena. Christopher Perez. Diamaris Perez. Jezere Perez. Jimmy Perez III. Susana Perez. Jocelyn Pineda. Aubrey Hannah Quesada. Michaela Renteria.
Giovanni Rizzo. Daisy Robles. Jacob Rocco. Milagros Rodriguez. Javier Rosa. Abigail Rosado. Brian Rosales. Simone Ryan. Petra Size. Lakai Salazar. Andrea Sanchez. Savannah Sanchez. Jasmine Sandoval. Lester Sandoval. Aviana Cedillo. Natalia Sena. Romance Suarez. Adriel Tabaquero.
Jacob Topfor. Shay Torres. Jonathan Torres. Eli Trujillo. Tristiana Trujillo. Caitlin Turnbull. Naomi Ukierta. Dominic Baez. Keegan Van Amberg. Telena Vigil. Presley Watchman. Keisha Yazi. Caitlin Young. Jocelyn Zamora. Servanda Zavala. And Jedediah Colleen. Congratulations, graduates.
You deserve all of that, for sure. Congrats, guys. Graduates, the final speaker of your high school career will be your Student Council President. Please help me welcome Student Council President Angelique Salazar.
Good morning, class of 2022, educators, family, and friends. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Angelique Salazar. I'm the Student Council President, and I am honored to speak with you this morning. Although I don't know all of you by name, I am beyond proud of you because high school was not easy. We now have to get used to saying high school in the past tense. We have had obstacles that are not easy to overcome, such as the pandemic, personal struggles, and high school, just to name a few. An effortless thing that I stumbled into learning is that failure is inevitable, and despite what we may think, it does happen to everyone. I failed in a traditional school environment, finding myself, making friends, a couple of classes, and the list goes on. Thankfully, I had the support of my family to get me back on track. My journey to growth and perseverance is still happening, but I feel that it started when the pandemic hit and I enrolled into eCADEMY my junior year. The teachers here are truly something special because they are dependable, caring, and lots of fun. Since the moment I introduced myself to them, they have been there for me through the best times and the worst times of my life. It was definitely an adjustment to learn remotely, but I thrived as I learned to use the resources that were provided to me and helped me to become an independent learner. My teachers would check in on me and give me the support I needed, and for that I am forever grateful because I now feel prepared for college. Even though I can't decide whether I want to study biology, psychology, or education, I do know the type of student I want to be, and this is because of eCADEMY. You have set goals and standards for yourself that have led you to this moment. Whether you are joining the workforce, trade school, military services, or college, continue setting those goals for yourself. because it'll only help you. Us students here at eCADEMY are different from other kids, and the thing that separates us is the motivation and dedication that we have. I have no doubt that I'm standing before some of the most hardworking and deserving people. Thank the family members and friends and teachers that have stayed by your side cheering you on. Be proud of yourself and all that you have accomplished. Yet, I am aware not all of our supporters could be here physically. They are here in spirit. Let us take a moment of silence for them. Before I wrap this up, I want to thank my mom, as she is my best friend, my biggest supporter, and my cheerleader. Thank you to my family for supporting me throughout the years. Thank you to my friends for always being the fun that I need. Thank you, teachers, for the support, guidance, and encouragement. You are never unnoticed. And above all, thank you to my Heavenly Father. Our class song is Congratulations by Post Malone, and we have definitely lived up to these lyrics. I dreamed it all ever since I was young. They said I wouldn't be nothing. Now they always say congratulations. Worked so hard, forgot how to vacation. They ain't never had the dedication. People hating, say we changed, and look, we made it. Yeah, we made it. As we have received our diplomas and are leaving high school forever, remember how special you are as an individual and that you could do anything that you set your mind to. Recognize your weaknesses, don't get discouraged by them, but grow from them. As a very special person has told me my whole life, knowledge is power. Peace out and good luck, class of 2022. Graduates, will you please rise? Like any good book, when one chapter ends, we must turn the page to start the next. So please join me in moving our tassel from the right side to the left side of our caps.
Families, friends, and guests, thank you for attending our ceremony. I now present to you eCADEMY High School's class of 2022.